Paula's group, which is Sunlit Pathways on Meetup.
Okay. Thank you.
You might be able to find it under Awkwardly Zen as well, but I'm not sure if it's cross-posted. All right. We are up and running. All right. So let me get my screen where I can see everyone. Oh, it's Monday. It's the first Monday of June. Can y'all believe it's June already? I feel like it was just yesterday that I came on here and said, can y'all believe it's May already? And now it's June. I don't know about y'all, but this past month just flew by. I was traveling, so that probably added to it. Hi, I'm Valerie Lewis, and this is Magical Money Manifestations. Every Monday we come together. I am a tarot reader, a psychic medium. I also use oracle cards. I come together and do a group read for this group and also for the collective. So I tap in and ask spirit what does this group need to hear? So it is for those who are live, but it's also recorded on YouTube, and spirit always gives you the message you need when you need to hear it. So fear not, whether you are live with me or watching this as a recording, you will definitely hear something that you were meant to hear. Let's see, what else do I need to talk about, y'all? It is June. June. I have got my biggest to date. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking, but no, spirit led me down this path. The closer I get, the more I am excited about it. So that's good. But at the end of July, I have a big event. It's my first big live in person in front of a live audience. I've done smaller groups like in small gatherings, but this one's big. Yeah, there's a stage. I'm gonna be talking into a microphone. Holy moly. It's called Valerie Explains Life, the Universe, and Everything. And it's me sharing channeled messages. It's me sharing the spiritual insights I've learned. It's me sharing a little bit about my life, the ups and downs, and how I learned those spiritual insights. And it's also me trying to entertain you a bit. Comedic inspiration is what I've started calling it. So I hope we have some laughs and some shares, and I hope you leave feeling uplifted and inspired. That's happening on July 28th. Jacqueline has already put the link over in chat for me. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check out that page. You can get all of the details on my website. Also, if you are a spiritual practitioner, within that event, I will be creating a program, and the program is meant to be a keepsake, which means people will not be tossing this program once the event is over. And you have the chance to advertise within that program. So if you are a spiritual practitioner, it does not matter where you are located. This is your chance to get your business information in front of a select group that has already, they're already interested in spirituality because they're part of my community. And I'd love to share my community with your community. So if you're interested in placing an ad, you can reach out to me by email, goddesswithanAttitude@gmail.com. Or in just a moment, because I think I can do this real quick, I'm going to grab a link for you where you can just go to the link and check out the information on the ad. So give me just one moment. And then we will get into today's card pool. I have got a lot to share this month. So much to share, not just this month and upcoming month. So make sure you're on my mailing list. I know Jacqueline also just put that over there, and I did send out the email at the first of the month talking about all of the upcoming events. I will be sending out a lot more emails because I've got so much good stuff to share with you all. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's get into today's reading. So I invite you to take a deep breath, close your eyes for just a couple of minutes, and set your intentions for what you would like to receive from today's reading. Messages, support, guidance. Maybe you're just looking for a thumbs up from the universe because things have been kind of rocky lately. Whatever you were looking for, gently send those intentions, those wishes, those hopes out to the universe. And then we're going to switch over to receiving. Set the intention that I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I'm ready to allow. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to hear what Spirit has to say. And I'm ready to receive all of the blessings and opportunities that the universe has in store for me. All right. Stacy, no worries. You're not necessarily late. I haven't even started pulling cards yet. I was trying to give it a little extra time here because meetup was weird for me as well. I hope everyone is starting out this month positively as possible. Positively as possible. We get to assign meaning. We get to assign meaning to everything. We get to assign meaning to everything that we process through our senses. And I love the new studies coming out about how our senses are not as concrete as we thought. They're more fluid. The way we receive information. And I'm saying that purposefully because I know that's the message that Spirit is going to convey. That is one of the channeled messages that Spirit has been giving me repeatedly. So I'm passing that on to you. We get to assign meaning to everything. We hear a sound and we assign meaning to that sound. Is it too loud? Is it too soft? Is it a pleasing sound? Is it an annoying sound? We assign meaning to it. Smells, sights, experiences, feelings. So what meaning are you assigning to the things in your life? How are you processing life? Are you assigning negativity to some things? A loud sound, nails on a chalkboard. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, okay. But that sounds a little negative. Does that mean you have to go through your life and like everything? No, absolutely not. That means you can be selective. You can have preferences without being negative. Try that one on for size. I can prefer to drive in a car in the middle of Kansas heat instead of ride on a bicycle in the middle of Kansas heat. That doesn't mean I have to be negative about the bicycle because when I can stay positive about all experiences and challenges, my life gets better. All right, let's see what cards we have. This is vice versa tarot, which means there are two sides to this deck. I'm trying not to look. I always take a little bit longer to shuffle when I'm pulling from this deck because I'm trying not to look at the cards. I'm trying to let spirit lead me to what cards need to be pulled. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment if you're new to this deck. And I think most of you have seen me pull from this deck before. Let's see, we've got 3, 4, 5 cards. Now I need somewhere to set the cards I'm not using. I've got my book ready. All right, let's get into it. Let's get ready to rumble, tarot. Let's get ready to tarot. That didn't fall off my lips the way I meant it to. Need more coffee. Okay, first up, Ace of Pentacles. Aces, I get excited when we get new, fresh beginning, kind of those type of vibes of cards at the beginning of a card, at the beginning of a card pull, at the beginning of the week. It's just, it's a yay moment for me because it means we're not continuing something that maybe we started last week, or we're not still in, whatever. We're starting fresh. So I really like when we get new, fresh beginning cards at the beginning of the week for the collective. And this is Ace of Pentacles. So it's a 1, it's a new start, it's a fresh beginning, and it's Pentacles. So the area that this new fresh start beginning, new opportunities, perhaps new perspective, the area that this is going to be affecting is our Pentacles area. And our Pentacles area in our life deals with our physically manifested world, also deals with those things that we consider to be valuable in our world. And oftentimes it also deals with money, finances, career, things like that. But also, I just want to expand it because oftentimes we see pentacles and we think money because it is a fucking coin. So why would you not think money? But also this coin has a symbolic meaning, which means anything that you hold as being valuable in your life, in your physically manifested life. Pentacles is also related to the energy of earth. So that's why we know it's about physically manifested things in our world. Anything you hold valuable, it could be a relationship, it could be finances, it could be your material possessions, it could be experiences that you're like Man, I can't wait until my vacation this summer. Well, that's something you place value on. That's something you're putting at the top of your list. Think of your to-do list. What's at the top of your to-do list? And whatever is at the top of your to-do list, does it bring you joy? Does it bring you fulfillment? Is it something that you hold as valuable? And if not, I invite you to rearrange that to-do list for today. Rearrange it. Work in alignment with spirit instead of in alignment with what your physically manifested world dictates. So I'm not saying don't do those things. I'm saying rearrange your list so that you are doing the things that bring you joy and doing the things that you hold as personally valuable at the top of your list. And then some of those other things, like laundry, maybe we can put a positive spin on it, but move it down a little bit further on our list. Let's move and work in alignment with spirit. So Ace of Pentacles, new fresh starts in all of those areas that I just mentioned. I am going to go to the book and see if there's any additional meaning because Spirit's telling me to go to the book. Make sure I didn't miss something. And just to show you what I mean, this is considered this side of the card. So this would be the traditional meaning of the card. And then it's called vice versa tarot because on the reverse side of the card, it lets you see what else might be happening around the individual that is portrayed in the card. So almost all cards in the tarot have an individual or something on the card, which would represent an archetype or a metaphor. And this lets you know this deck is cool because it says, what else would be happening? What else would be going on in this scene if I was standing next to this person or if I was the person? So Ace of Pentacles, we're on this side though. And it says the Ace of Pentacles represents the gift of good fortune. Who needs some good fortune on this Monday? Me, please. Thank you. I need this message more than you know. I might talk about that in a minute. The Ace of Pentacles represents the gift of good fortune. It is a cosmic yes in answer to any question, especially about money, career, material possessions, and other earthly concerns. Y'all, I'm getting a little emotional. I had a rough morning this morning, and I need this message. Y'all don't know how much I need this message. Whatever you start now will grow rapidly and may prosper beyond your wildest hopes. Ooh, I didn't mean to cry. Y'all know I don't like Valerie doesn't do tears. We don't do that here. So give me just a moment. But I really needed that message from Spirit. Oh, okay. So next up, Seven of Cups. So we go right from that message saying, yes, good fortune is coming your way. And then we get into the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups represents choices. Seven of Cups. Cups is water energy. Cups is intuition. Cups is flowing energy, emotions. And those seven cups represent seven different choices that this individual needs to make. Oftentimes, Spirit is, or as this book calls them, chalices. Oftentimes, Spirit is letting us know that maybe we're at a crossroads. Maybe we're presented with a lot of different choices and we're feeling confusion. This card has so many meanings. One of the meanings is, where is your intuition? Are you tapped into your intuition? Because your intuition is going to help you figure out which one of those things to pick, which one of those choices to take. So where's your intuition? Where are your emotions? Are your emotions part of this? I'm going to the book because I want to see what is represented by that card. So again, we have this side. This is the front side. I'm going to show you the back side in a minute, but I want us to understand what's going on here first. If you can't, you need to try that again. Something caught up in my throat. I need to clear my throat chakra. What was that? If you can't decide how to proceed or are unable to choose between options, I'm going to read this, although this is not how I would interpret this card, but I'm going to read this because I feel like this is from Spirit. This card advises that you do nothing at present. A breakthrough will come and the choice will become much more clear, even obvious. Trying to move forward when things are murky is unwise and may lead to entangling yourself in a situation that is even murkier. Say that, murkier. Makes your mouth feel funny. Stay still. Await further instructions. Y'all know I often don't read this card this way, but I understand it because I understand this from spirit. This is the message we need to receive from this card for today. And as you can see, this person is up to their waist in murky waters. It looks kind of like a swamp waters. And so it's saying, just chill for a minute. I don't know what Galadriel, I'm calling her that. It looks like an image of Galadriel, all glowing and shiny. I don't know what she has to do with this message, but let's see. Um, in the center is a beatific face of an angel or spirit of light. What can this portend? Is he meant to choose a cup? The man is paralyzed with confusion. So he's just as confused as I am about why that glowing face is in the middle. I don't know, and he don't know either. But the message is be still and wait for more clarity to come to you. Maybe he needs to get out of the muck first before he can make a choice. And by him trying to make a choice while he's still in the muck, not advised, ill advised. So if you're feeling like you're in the muck and you're like, I got to do something, here's what Spirit is saying. You're doing something is to chill because the energy needs to shift first before you make a choice. So you're not necessarily doing nothing. You're stepping, you're chilling so that the energy can shift. And that is the most, y'all don't understand how powerful moving energy around is. Y'all think you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing. No, you are waiting for the energy to shift. You are calling in beneficial energies. You are calling in support. And even if you're not making a choice, and even if you're not moving into action, your action is energetic and your action is with spirit and with the divine. So let that energy shift. That's the message that's coming. Thank you, Spirit. I needed that. Let me show you what the other side is, and then y'all see why even more why he's so confused. And you'll see even a better depiction of where he is in this swamp. He's blind. Let's see. The dreaded swamp is revealed to be just a freshwater pond outside castle walls, and the man is revealed to be blind. Shelter and safety are nearby, but he has chosen to blindly flee into the unknown. His face is transfixed in utter horror. What does he see with his inner sight? The angel is gone, but the cups remain. So this would be the reverse side. Reverse, if you read tarot, this would be considered reverse or that side in in this deck. Here's the message, because I think this message is relevant as well. Things are not as bad as you think they are. You are in a safe place, though it may be uncomfortable. So keep your wits about you. Y'all, if I told y'all what happened this morning, y'all would think I'm just giving myself a reading. I'm glad y'all are along for the ride, but this is helping. This is helping me. I hope it's helping you. Though it may be uncomfortable, keep your wits about you. Slowly begin to look around for allies. Accept advice as it is offered. These things will help you put back. These things will help put you back in proportion so you can see exactly what steps to take next. So that's that waiting for the clarity part. In matters of love, avoid escalating an emotional situation through melodrama or blame. So if this message is relating to you, avoid escalating an emotional situation through melodrama or blame. And I would say that that extends, yes, in matters of love, as the book says, but that extends to everything. If you got something that's a little awry in your life, you can make the situation worse by being all dramatic about it. Again, the message from Spirit is just chill. I'm working. Spirit is saying right now, I am working. I need you to just chill, okay? Because we are on Spirit's time clock. Spirit's time clock is a little bit different than ours sometimes. But this I know, always on time and right on time. regardless of how we see it from our perspective. Next up, the Two of Wands. And this, again, is the this side. We're getting a lot of this sides and not the reversal. So this is good. Two of Wands represents a choice. Wands is personal power, in personal power, your energy. Wands is the magical skills you possess. Just think wands. What does wands mean to you? Wands is fire energy, and wands as a whole represents action, inspired action. So after we chill for a bit and let our energy resituate to a more beneficial set point, then what's next for us is the Two of Wands. Then we can take some inspired action. We see that he here is in a castle looking out over a Pirapot. I think I said that right. He's got a glowing orb, a levitating glowing orb in one hand, a wand in the other hand, and there's also a second wand, that's the Two of Wands, leaning against the castle wall here, which represents he has two choices to make, and we see fire in the background. Oh, there's like a little moon too. No, that's not a moon. That's part of the thing that's holding the fire. Big old lion energy though. Is that a lion or a gargoyle? I don't know. Anyway, he has a wand in his hand, but he is still standing within the castle wall. So it's still showing that he's leaning towards one choice. His choice is between the two wands. He's leaning towards one choice. He's got one in his hand. That's probably the one he's going to go with. But he's in the midst of, he probably just grabbed that wand. He's in the midst of making this decision. He's in the midst of still weighing his options. And he's trying to also let inspiration lead him forward. Oh, incorrect, Valerie. This is the correct side. This is this side. This is normally what we see, someone looking out. And this is the other side where we can see what's behind him. So this would be reversal, or that side. The cloaked man is revealed to be a handsome knight in smoky armor. His hair, nope, wrong one. One moment. Excuse me. The setting sun, am I holding the right one? Yes, the setting sun shines upon the face of the nobleman. His attitude is serious, determined, charged with purpose. There is a flaming brazier behind him. He intends to stay on the battlements as the night draws in. On the wall, there is a relief carving of a roaring lion. It was a lion. Though the stonework is so weathered, it's hard to be completely sure what it is. So I was right in not knowing what it was. When you get this in a reading, the nobleman is holding vigil in anticipation of an event or challenge to come. That makes sense because we just came out of that 7 telling us to wait. Wait until our energy is resituated. And now he is in anticipation of an event or challenge to come. He has dedicated himself to the highest purpose and best outcome for all concerned. So I feel like this ties in really well with the 7. We're not just supposed to sit and do nothing. We're supposed to sit and focus on our energy and do our best to shift our energy to the highest and best outcome. If you have been paying attention only to the logistical details of your endeavor, make a point of drawing upon your higher self, however you see that, to bring spirit and meaning to the enterprise. Think more about why, not just what. I like it. I like it. I like it. Next up is the 4. Oh, it's Emperor. It's the Emperor. Card number 4. Major Arcana, y'all. Energy that is going to permeate all areas of our life. Major Arcana. The Emperor. The Emperor is also earth energy. The Emperor is also about the mastery level. The Emperor represents divine masculine in connection with earth energy as opposed to the Empress. So that divine masculine is authoritative, it's action, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's a little bit of logic and analyzing. The Emperor Let's see what message we have from this particular deck for this particular card, number 4. The Emperor, clad in full armor, sits on his cube-shaped throne at the mouth of a cave. The throne is weathered, the ram's head on either side worn smooth over the ages. Above his right hand floats an orb of pure gold. Do y'all find it interesting that out of all of the tarot, we have the 2 cards where they're holding an orb that's floating? I find that interesting. What does that orb mean to you? Perhaps it's a gift or a blessing from the divine. It's obviously magical since it's levitating. Perhaps it represents something else to you. But it is not by chance that we pulled the 2 cards in this deck that have yellow glowing orbs floating, and back to back at that. So think a little bit about what that might mean to you. Interpret it any way you want, because that message is coming from spirit right to you. So what does that orb mean to you? Let's see. Above his right hand floats an orb of pure gold, and in his left hand he holds a golden ankh. Between them, a sun face is etched in gold on his armored breastplate. The emperor's crown is iron, bearing the symbol for Mars. Deep lines are etched on his face, which express both strength and care, for his responsibilities are great. When you get this card in a reading, the emperor differs from his empress in the dominion of their realms. She is the nurturer of life, ever renewing in an endless cycle, and thus for her, the present moment is key. He looks towards the future, both immediate future and long term. The emperor builds things to last beyond his lifetime. When this card comes up, consider your legacy. How would you like to expand your influence? What do you want to leave behind? What a beautiful message. Maybe that maybe that orb is representative of what he's planning to leave behind, something he plans on gifting to his legacy. And then Pentacles again. Okay, y'all, this is a lot of earth energy. And even though we had the cups and the wands, water and fire kind of in the middle of our reading, they were still speaking about making choices. Both of them were talking about making choices. So interesting. 2 cards talking about making choices, and then 2 cards with the golden orbs. In any case, I feel like the cups and the fire cards talking about making choices are still rooted in this earth energy, because we're making choices about the things we want to manifest, about experiences, about challenges that we might be presented with. So I feel like all of this week is very much getting us connected to earth energy. If y'all don't know what earthing is, check out earthing. I'm highly suggesting me and spirit, that you do some earthing, that you physically ground your body, whether that means taking a walk in nature, putting your finger in a potted plant. I used to have a potted plant behind me. I don't. If you can't get outside, put your finger in a potted plant. Do something. If you can't do none of that, close your eyes and imagine you are in connection with nature and call on the energies of nature. But I do feel like grounding ourselves, or more specifically, it's not necessarily about grounding, although grounding will happen. It's more specific about putting yourself in connection with earth energy. Because of this spread, because there is so much earth energy present, we definitely need to call in that earth energy. Earth energy is about stability. Earth energy is about manifesting. Earth energy is about feeling situated and feeling comfortable about where we are right now in our life. So call that energy, and it's definitely going to benefit you this month, this month, and today, and this week. But the last card we have here is Pentacles again, earth energy again. And here we have the King of Pentacles sitting on his throne. He also has the orb. I mean, his orb is part of his wand. It's not wands, it's Pentacles energy. I think I'm going to meditate on what all of these golden orbs mean, because it's not readily available to me, other than the idea that these are all gifts from spirit. Let me just hold all of these cards up together, just in case any of you get intuitive hits on them. because that's three golden orbs. So I know one is attached to a scepter, but that's three golden orbs back to back to back. And two of the individuals are sitting in thrones, an emperor and a king. And this one is a nobleman. All right. King of Pentacles. Let's see what that message is. I would love it if y'all are getting intuitive hits, go ahead and put your interpretation over in the chat, because that might lead us, when you see what someone else is getting from it, it might kind of turn on the light bulb for the others, so that they can be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and get those messages from spirit. So when we get to the court cards in this deck, it's called the outer self and the inner self. This is the outer self, how you present yourself to the outside world. The King of Pentacles. A king sits upon a polished granite throne on a summer's evening. His garments are all made from animals, leather and suede, rawhide lacing, and sheepskin. He is surrounded by fruits and flowers, and there is green, fertile landscape as far as the eye can see. But the natural world isn't his only concern, as shown by his golden crown, orbed scepter. So it is an orb, orbed scepter, and pentacle. This is a man who has done very well for himself. His expression shows his satisfaction with his life and his work. He is the person you can turn to for a loan or for other practical help and cry. Dude, I need a loan. I don't know how you're gonna grant me a loan from inside that card, but come on through for me. All right, he's the person you can turn to for a loan or for other practical help in a crisis. He doesn't judge the less fortunate. He knows that all blessings flow in cycles, and it's a joy for him to be able to give. So that's the message. I do want to show you the other side, just in case you're curious. Here's what he's looking out on. You can see the animals in his kingdom. Looks like a buffalo. And we can see the abundance behind his throne, watermelon, beautiful flowers, fertility. You can see his kingdom probably over there in the distance. Let's go ahead and read this side too. The daylight scene is much the same, for this earthy king doesn't have many secrets. He is straightforward in his thinking and in his deeds. An ox stands nearby, symbolizing steadfast strength and the ability to take on hard tasks. Steadfast strength and the ability to take on hard tasks. Yeah, I'm an ox in Chinese zodiac. I don't think I wanted the ability to take on hard tasks, but that's what I was gifted with. All right, let's see. Another watermelon is tucked away behind the throne. Perhaps he is saving it for himself, since there is enough for everyone. His castle is in the distance across the rolling hills. Though there isn't much to learn from his inner self, we can learn a bit about his marriage. The Queen of Pentacles on her battered throne and her exhaustion from always caring for others. Let me read that again. The Queen of Pentacles on her battered throne and her exhaustion from always caring for others before herself is a vivid contrast with the King's shiny throne, his abundance of food, and above all, his distance from the castle. He knows how to replenish and maintain his own well-being, so that he can keep taking care of others in good health and good spirit. Interesting message. Stacy's an ox too in Chinese zodiac. An ox. All right, so that's our tarot cards. I'm going to set these aside just in case we need to refer back to them. Let's see, where can I put them where I can still give myself a room?
Valerie, it's also really cool how the Emperor being number 4 card was pulled during your number 4 pull.
Oh, it sure was. It was the fourth card I pulled. And y'all
And you
know
love
4
that
is my
4.
favorite number. 4 is my favorite number. Angels and Miracles. Christine said that orb stands for angels and numbers for her. Jillian, orbs, you have everything you need. You hold the light. Hell yeah. I love that one. All right, let us see. What messages from spirit shall we go to from oracle cards? What questions do you all have? Did you all come to this reading with a pressing question or maybe a situation that's got you a bit perplexed? I feel like maybe because I pulled the seven of cups, maybe. If you have a question or something that is on your mind, on your heart, you can private message me over in the chat or you can just put it in open chat. That will kind of help me know which decks to go to. I know I don't usually do that, but I'm feeling called by spirit that we need to do that today. So feel free to put that over there. And if you don't want to get into the details, you can just say career or, what area of your life would you like guidance on? And then I know which other oracle decks to pull from. But right now, what's on deck is Beyond Lemuria. 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 It's Lemuria, as in lemurs, Lemuria. So Beyond Lemuria. Izzy Ivy. I'm not gonna say that word right. Every time I try, my brain is saying it right. If that gives y'all any hope, my brain is saying it right, but my mouth isn't. Um, Card we have, card number 13, which 3 and 1 is a 4. But card number 13, air, paradigm shift. Look at that image. Wings with eyes. Wings with eyes. We've seen or read about this image before, but that is a beautiful depiction of it. Let's see what card number 13 is. Paradigm shift. So first I'm going to read the keywords at the top of the page here. I don't know if y'all can see it, doesn't matter. An innovative way to exist, an innovative way of existing, new earth energies. We just had all of those cards about earth, new earth energies, inspiring others, fresh air. I just said we need to get outside, get in touch with nature. Flying, I said, let me not take credit. I know, Spirit, you said flying higher than you have before, more expansive perspectives and consciousness shift. We are in a time of great change, and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. With our advancing technology and ability to communicate, more knowledge and power are available to us as individuals than we have had for centuries. There are also more platforms where we can share this information. We have the ability to connect with the tribes who are making a difference, to connect with a web of change where our lights unite and increase. Information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available. We can engage many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets where we can choose to make big changes in our communities. We can inspire others, connect the dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath is all about. An expansive being, let me hold it up. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling. When the foundations we build on come from a place of love over fear, we will see huge positive changes in the world. We can start with ourselves. Other themes of this card are communication, sharing wisdom, the breath of life, movement, faith, winged helpers, intention, inspiration, and change. I love it. Can y'all see the heart? Let me show you the heart. Isn't it cute? A little heart with the seedling, which reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles is sometimes depicted as a number one, a fresh seed being planted in the earth, because Pentacles is earth energy. And asking, the question is, what are you trying to grow? What are you starting? What have you been planting the seeds of? Speaking of which, this is very coincidental. I know some of y'all might not know this, but I was just listening to Violet's Violet Rain. She's a practitioner in Denver. She has a podcast, and I was just listening to her podcast. I'm going to be a guest later on this week. So I was listening to one of her most recent episodes, and she was just talking about planting seeds. It's like the June, the one that they did for, I don't know if it was May or June, but she was just talking about planting seeds and what that means in the metaphysical world. So I might grab the link if I have a chance and drop it for y'all to go listen to. But we get the Ace of Pentacles talking about new, fresh beginnings. We get this card with the little seed of the heart. And then I'm also listening to a podcast talking about planting seeds. So, and it's springtime, in case y'all didn't know. I know sometimes I had to remind y'all what season it is. Um, so maybe we can focus on what seeds are we planting? Where are we moving our energies towards? Are we planting seeds of the things we want or the same old, same old? Oh, look, y'all. Y'all want to say something? Can y'all see that? Y'all can't tell. It lights up and it says coffee. Yes, the simple things that make me happy. Okay, let's see what else. Let me go to my other. I still can't find. I've got to go through all my luggage because I'm missing a new deck. I'm missing a new deck that I had in Denver, but I have this new deck and it's Kyle Gray's 22 Archangels. It's 1144, 1144. Somebody wants to hear about career and money. Somebody else wants to hear about relationship, physical energy. 3 orbs. The orbs are magic, of course. Let your light shine through your cracks during dark challenges. You are getting through this. I needed that message. And I know that was a channel message because I know my friend Jacqueline channels all the time. And that is the message I needed to hear from Spirit. So thank you. 22 archangels. And for some reason, I have pulled two. Spirit has pulled two. Uriel. Uriel. Learning experiences. Take time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. Let's see if there's anything else I need to get from this deck, from this card. Uriel, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the angel. I'm not going to read the whole message. Uriel, God's light, is the angel of light. And we had all of those glowing orbs. Y'all, it's a repeating theme. I hope y'all picking up what Spirit's putting down. Brilliant like the sun, shedding light on anyone or anything that needs to be seen for understanding and spiritual growth. He comes to us when it's time for awareness and answers. He will shine his torch of light upon our life and help us weigh up our options and obtain the facts in order to make the best decision. Doesn't that sound like Seven of Cups energy? Uriel is also the angel who comes to help us in education and higher learning so that we can be the best version of ourselves. Anybody in schooling, call on Uriel. He's going to help you pass that test. I'm not going to read everything. Yes, I am. I said I wasn't going to, but it's a good message. It's time to take an inventory of your life. Recognizing where you are and how far you've come is essential for the next stage of your evolution. Some situations and challenges have not worked out favorably, but this has led you to your gifts and ignited an inner determination. Your angels are here now to encourage you through this time of inquiry and learning so that you can reach a deeper state of awareness and initiate great spiritual growth. Okay, I'm actually not going to read the whole thing. I think that's enough of the message. I love it. The other angel that came up is Zadkiel, karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant life. A bunch of light, y'all, a bunch of light showing up in our reading. Release what is holding you back and step into a more radiant life. Message received, heard. Oh, you know what? I did shuffle these cards, but in the book, Uriel and Zadkiel are right next to each other. I only had to turn one page to get to the next message. Zadkiel, righteousness of God, is the archangel who brings emotional balance and helps transmute any negative experiences into a focus for love and learning. Very similar messages. The divine counterpart of amethyst, he governs a spiritual energy called the violet flame, a space that we can visit in meditation and prayer, and an energy that can be invoked to help us release from our energy fields anything that has been unsettling or traumatic. Hello. He is an angel of justice alongside Michael and Raguel. So help us release from our energy fields anything that has been unsettling or traumatic. Of course, you would show up today. Look at all that violet energy behind him as well. The violet flame. I I'm going to research the violet flame. Maybe I need to meditate on that. I've heard of it before. I'm familiar with it, but I'm just like surface level familiar. I want to get into it. I mean, and it is my favorite color. Why don't I know about this purple flame that floats around with the angels? I should know about this. Okay, somebody said they wanted to know about career, and somebody else said they wanted to know about love. And then what else did we have? Career. I feel like this reading was for me. Christine, I'm so glad. Angels with eyes on their wings are usually seraphim. Yes. I didn't know the word for it, but yes. And then somebody else said physical energy. Michelle, physical energy, I'm hearing right now in my ear from spirit. Get your feet in the dirt, get your feet in the ground. Let your energy, let the earth replenish you. Let the earth help with that. Um, if you're not familiar with earthing, look up earthing because there's a reason why our energy depletes so quickly when we are indoors. So many reasons why. Um, Earthing is a scientifically proven thing. The basis of it is because of the clothing we wear and because of the structures we have built as humans. If you don't purposely put yourself in connection with nature, you may go a very long time without actually connecting to the physical world. And I'm talking about walking out of your house, walking down your pathway, which is usually cement, jumping into your car, driving to whatever location, walking across a cement parking lot, indoors again. When did you touch earth? Some of us can go months without touching earth, and our bodies were not meant to function that way. So, energy being depleted quickly, maybe you need to earth. This is going to be for career. This is my new deck, and it's called Witch's Wisdom. What do we need to know? I got 10 minutes left. This has been a good read. I think I might go on Instagram a little bit later and do another read. If y'all are not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram for two reasons. One, we do meditations on Monday morning now. We just did one on Instagram Live, where we will not have meditations on Wednesday, at least not throughout the summer. And two, because I think I'm going to go on live and read and chat a little bit and share what's going on with me. I don't feel like I need to share it during this card pull. Um, but this card pull, y'all, heavy hitting, is hitting all the buttons for me. So this is the card that I pulled, and this question was about career, or this is dealing with anyone who has a question about career or finances. High Priestess, High Priest. What does that say? Responsibility. Responsibility. I am not familiar with this deck or at all. It is brand new, so let's see what we have for this meaning. Hmm. Apparently, it's not. Oh, there we go. High priest or high priest, high priestess or high priest. So there's a little poem, witch's chant incantation at the beginning. I'll read that. Influence, control, and power could result in something sour. Responsibility is a must, creating outcomes fair and just. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. The witch's wisdom. It is not enough to seek power for power's sake. You must accept the responsibility that comes with it. All good witches know that consequences are attached to any magical workings that they may undertake. Consequences is kind of harsh. Action and reaction. How about that? The universal law of cause and effect, that's what I was trying to say. Cause and effect is the law of three in its purest form. If we perform an action that causes a result, then that result further causes an effect that goes on to influence all of creation in some way. The priestess acts as a spiritual guide to coven members, overseeing rituals, training their witches, making sure that in all that they do when they come together, it's done in reverence and with integrity. Responsibility responsibility accompanies the high priestess priest to remind you to undertake a deep awareness of the possible effects of all things as a result of your thoughts, words, and actions. Whether you are a member of a coven or choose to work alone, See yourself as the high priestess priest and treat all that you do with respect. So this is telling me to step back from whatever the situation is regarding your career and see if you can approach it in a more magical way. See if you can link up with your higher self, with that priestess within or priest within energy, and then approach it from a what are my responsibilities to this situation. The foresight, face your responsibilities. Never use your power on a whim. Be careful what you wish for. Own up. Tune into your priestess priest for assistance if you're in a coven, and your calling may be to become a priestess or priest. Interesting. I'm seeing if there's any other messages because that kind of skimmed the surface of career, money, finances. The only other thing I'm getting from that is it's making me think of the high priestess in Tarot and how she is the most intuitive being in the Tarot. So linking up with your intuition, with your divinity, letting that be the guiding force forward and moving away from this physical world as far as I'm going to choose this job because it pays me the most money. How about I'm going to trust that spirit is going to always provide for me financially in an abundant way. And I'm going to choose a job that aligns most with my energy. And I'm going to let spirit take care of the finances. That's leaning into high priestess energy as opposed to trying to figure out things in this physical world based on this physical world. Somebody said love, and I choose believe in your own magic from love. The card we pulled is number 38, and it says villain. You can always rewrite the story. Look at the music coming from the seashell that she looks like she's about to crush. 38. I'm in the wrong book. 38. Believe in your own magic from from Amanda Lovelace. I do like her messages. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes our villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should just give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. This was in relation to whoever asked the question about love. So I don't know if you're dealing with a breakup or a dissolution of a relationship. This is kind of like I'm getting a bunch of messages. Villain, move on. Let that person be whatever that person needs to be. If they need to tell a story that you were the villain, let them tell that story because they ain't got shit to do with you. You are okay. You are ready to move on. Also, you can rewrite your story whenever you want. So if you've been telling a story about woe is me and I'm so single and I don't even know how to date and I'm awkward, oh, that was me. If you've been telling that story, it's time to rewrite your story. It's time to rewrite your story. I am available and spirit is bringing me my match right now. My match is right around the corner. All I have to do is get ready for it. I don't have to do so much action. I don't have to worry so much. It's less about how are they going to come to me and more about what am I doing to prepare myself for them to come to me. Those are some good affirmation statements to say to you, to say to yourself. Let's see. Somebody else said something. Physical energy. Oh, already answered that. Relationship and career. So I think I got everything. Let's pull one more card for fun before we wrap things up. What does spirit need us to know about the fuckery going on right now? I'm going to Rebel deck, the Oracle with an Attitude. One of my dear friends gave me this deck. Thank you, Jillian. Let's see, what does spirit need us to know about the fuckery? Because it's at an all-time high. The fuckery and the audacity at an all-time high. And some of the audacity is on high. I couldn't believe Spirit had the audacity to do what it did to me this morning. Some of the audacity is Spirit. All right, what else do we need to know? Detox, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Drink a smoothie. And then the last one for today, have you eaten? You are acting like a big ass baby. That's me, y'all. I will go all day and not eat. I'm trying to get better. It's my hyper focus. And it's also my appetite. But anyway, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. All right, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening and receiving and allowing the messages and the gifts and the guidance from Spirit. I hope these messages serve you well. I will see you back here next Monday. Have a great week, everyone. Love you all so much. Take these messages to truly create your life. Bye, everyone.